Smoke out to Coffins and CT. Hobbit decided to play away from the new box off to the pillar instead. And Hobbit is able to peek out for one on Zip. It's starting to get a little worrying here for Astralis. They haven't made their way forward to the site, and as soon as they attempt to do so, Shiro unleashes with the dual Berettas. It is Glaive left trying to pull back what he can. Maybe he can slip away with the bomb plant, but actually getting this round over the line. You in a safe plant, you will likely just get taken out upon the immediate plant sound, and Axel swings to close it. Cloud9, so that's an issue here for Astralis, and I don't know if Inferno is the easiest T side to get involved in early either. So you're going to be controlled for the majority of the start of this game, and I think Cloud9 will settle into the game early on.
He's got a worthy spot on this team. Not much you can do in that one.
You're going to take those ones off a little bit, so it has been a bit of a struggle for them. Glaive up through Banana. He's taken down Inters, and Glaive will fall to the rifle of Hobbit. Cloud9 closing down the space, and Banana very early on, and that smoke being thrown out. Cloud9 saved on the B side with that molly going out. That's going to funnel them back into the A setup. And there's so many players here. nafny from the double. And it's going to be Config and Farley down without any impact, and now really it's a last-ditch effort to try and get to the site. You've still got to get through Axel, and somehow they do it. blameF hits an important headshot, and nafny now looking to try and close it out on the site. He will deny the bomb plant, and there's limited time left here for blameF. He can no longer win this. Top mid flash is popped through. Shiro will be blinded by it, and so will the long player of nafny. Shiro gets overrun, and there's a gap now for Astralis to try and filter through. Hobbit's going to go through, but he hasn't heard. He hasn't heard somehow onto Config. No reaction from Hobbit. Luckily, his teammate of Axel doing as much as he can, but he was about to be pushed in from Library 2, and blameF comes out of balcony. Axel is doing his best, but goes into the open and exposes himself. Exactly saved within the site too easily, so getting this AWP into the next round for Config is going to be impossible. Inters realizes that. Config is at the front of the charge alongside Glaive to try and figure out where Inters is, but Inters has done very well at just staying alive. You mention this all the time, Hawker. That's one of his specialities, is just staying alive and buying time for his teammates to get in some better positions. Even though he does that, it's not good enough here for Cloud9. They will not be able to hold the B bomb site. They're going to have to run away and save this one. Nate goes through for Zipex pulling a kill back on the other side of the map in the apartments. nafny down. The Zipex is to commit forward. He would run into the AWP of Shiro. He thought the flash could negate that problem, but Shiro was quick to dodge it. Axel peeks out, looking to fight Glaive, but ended up actually taking Config down. But Glaive moves forward with a flash assist of Farley. Is able to take 2 kills and draw it back again to equal numbers. Farley looking for his first kill, but that one is a miss.
Glaive holding. Hobbit sneaks in with the CZ. Now Shiro gets a peek into his crosshair, but as you were pointing out, the time's so low. I don't know if he can go for it anymore.
Yeah, just trying to run away at this point. Farley is going to be hiding at the back of new box. Maybe Shiro can bring him down on the way out, prevent Farley from taking his first kill. Missed shots from both hoppers, and Shiro will eventually...
They have no nades.
It depends if Shiro stays here, though.
Wow.
Shiro's rotated away, but now they've spotted out the short offensive, so that's pulling Shiro back, but he's not going to be there in time. It's more pressure on the rifles. nafny up in the balcony. It's a good kill from him. Axel assists from the pit, and Shiro gets there in time to get 1 kill back. It's down to 2, but the time is limited, and the Astralis have none left. They will have to call this off. He's going to see the bomb. He's going to see the bomb on the back of blameF. He is going to get the pick. Now the bomb is down, and that's panic stations for Astralis. They have to come back and try and pick it up, and in the meantime, Axel's got another kill. Finally, they hunt Axel down, but the damage is already done. It is already felt, but he's coming back now. And this is going to be real tough. nafny spots out the long play. Hobbit's position should be strong enough to close it. Oh, Shiro's got a good position, though. Config isn't going to check it. Walks right through, assassinated by Shiro. It's a sprint through CT, but you're going to have to commit into the A site with a limited time here, and you're still going to have to deal with Axel inside of the pit. It's a second kill for Axel in the round, and finally gets taken down by the rifle of blameF. Inters didn't get here in time to stop the bomb from actually darting towards the bomb site, and Zipex's deagle at range takes out Inters. Suddenly, this round on pistols has turned into the favor of Astralis. They're inside of the A side, and Hobbit has to make the retake work. blameF with a tight angle. Shots will start to land for Hobbit, softening up blameF, but he still hasn't taken him down, and he's fighting between 2 positions. And
down Banana, a lot of incendiaries.
Oh, a little bit of Config went around because he slowly peeked around the half wall, and that gave too much for Hobbit to get ready for the fight. When eventually Config does commit, he has a disadvantage, and the kill will go Cloud9's way. Over on the A side as well, Glaive commits solo, and Goes down to Axar's rifle.
Advanced move on Banana, now comes back to CT. He wants this early frag and he's found it. Great shot onto Shiro.
Yeah, it's a kill for Shiro, picked up, no problem. BlameF though, 4 kills found straight away. The rifle will break through them, and Cloud9 are feeling the wrath of BlameF in these back-to-back rounds of 4K. And BlameF will back away. Cloud9 were leaping into the retake attempt, they were leaping into the site, but now they're recovering.
Shiro is AWPing on B again. He's been blinded, but he goes back into the AWP of Farlig, and this time it's Farlig with some early impact.
Enters, goes forward, it's 1 in top mid. Hobbit trades him out and BlameF is down. It's 3v3 established quite early on here. Astralis looking to push forward to 10. And that will come through from Zipex towards Coffins. Config leaps into the site because he realizes Hobbit's just moved forward. A nice 1 bullet to the brain. Hobbit down. Smoke at CT non-existent, but it doesn't matter because Farley's got the pick. And it's just nafny, as I mentioned, was so far away. He's finally arriving over towards the B side, but to really have a say in doing much and closing out this round, it'll be an absolute miracle. Last round of the half, he must attempt it, but his attempts will likely be futile. Config looking to hunt him down, looking to close the half, and he
too. They want the option for the flank. Hobbit checks it, clears it, and Zipex lands an early shot.
Glaive gets involved too. nafny and Hobbit down. Config at the back of the site finally gets the kill he's been looking for, putting the bomb down the side because they realize Banana is still a threat. And Shiro has got an incredible kill onto Glaive, a tap to the head. Drawing the numbers, still yes to the advantage of Astralis, but just 1 extra player on the CT side. Bomb will go down for Cloud9. Now there's a shot to try and close it, but with Shiro going down, all the pressure's on Axel, and he's on it. Config crosses and nearly goes down. Very lucky to be alive, but it does put more pressure on the players within the site here for Astralis. Glaive with the MP9 does well on the first. Farley helps him out, and the kills are going Astralis' way. 10 seconds left here for Cloud9. They need to get the kills in the site. BlameF holding. Farley still alive inside of the site, and there's just not enough time. Hobbit will try to get the plant, and he will. Just about gets onto it. All of his teammates. The stick not being had, but he doesn't know that. He now gets info upon the peak. Just drawing the timeout, causing problems, and again, Molly in hand, but actually getting it out onto the site is going to be so difficult. Zipex just holds it off. BlameF with the defuse being stuck on 10 seconds. We'll pull it through here for Astralis.
And now let's see what Cloud9 have for this gun round. nafny up Banana early. Glaive is so blind, but he hasn't been cleared.
Oh, Glaive just lets them run on by. Cloud9 losing 2 players immediately. Axel and nafny spotting Hobbit out. BlameF deploys a back site smoke to create a wider corridor to play from, but Hobbit isolates the fight awareness up to the CT boost. It's a kill on Zipex. Farley trading out on towards Inters, but Hobbit has brought down both B defenders. Glaive goes flying through the CT smoke with the MP9. He luckily stays alive here for Astralis. Config will join him. Hobbit is playing a risky game right now, but risks sometimes get rewards, and Hobbit has gone forward and called out Config. Starting to look good. Finally, Hobbit put down. So it is Shiro. Often a king in the clutches, looking to claim the lives of Glaive and Farley, but Glaive runs him down.
Again slowed down, but Cloud9 look like they want to commit anyway.
They're moving their way forward, still being held back for the time being, but they look to climb over the top of Zipex. In the first oranges, Axel will go. Hobbit and Axel with the first couple of kills. Zipex put in the ground after 1, and that's strong enough. That is going to be strong enough for the round for Cloud9. Inters is on the other side of the map, cutting off rotations, cutting off work. How ready is Axel for this? Not ready at all. And Config will eventually get his kill. A second picked up, but it's from the Molotov. Zipex burns away Axel. And right away, Astralis have a 2-man advantage. Make it 3 with Glaive holding off the A side. Farley misses the shot. The kill comes through for Hobbit. It's not out of hand just yet, but Glaive is definitely under a lot of pressure. If he goes down, this A site will fall, and now there's a big opportunity to turn this one around again for Cloud9. Glaive, he realizes he cannot leave him out to dry. Glaive is under pressure. Flash comes in, it's actually Config, but Zipex...
Cloud9 might want to see if they can go quick.
Well, Glaive is having a field day. Started the round with a first kill, doubles up onto nafny and Hobbit, and that should be enough now for Astralis to close this one out. A 5 versus 2. 45 seconds left. Config has the apartments. He's looking to cut off that mid-rotation if they were to come back. But Cloud9 stay committed towards B. The 4th player will start to join the Astralis setup over here. Smoking towards CT, but Zipex and Glaive have doubled up within the site. Wherever you go here, Cloud9, it is not going to be easy to recover this one. BlameF goes forward. The double kill.
Honestly, this could be big damage.
Goes a little too deep, unfortunately. Now they hop out the window. Config, good for the first pick. Astralis is down. There's significant forces here for Astralis to try and defend this B side, and the rotations are coming over to try and bolster it further. blamef holding strong, gets a double with the last bullet, connects on towards Inters. Shiro is out in the site, but his teammates coming out of the apartments now. nafny finally arrives, but there's so much that needs to be done here for Cloud9. They'd love to get rid of blamef, but it's not going to be that easy. He has the support network of Farlig and Glaive still standing strong, and nafny is pinned behind the van. They chase him down, they take him out.
blamef, who will take the first fight. The top connector smoke favors him. Farlig just holding top mid. No utility against the AWP. Maybe they weren't ready for the snipers so soon.
Oh, Shiro getting one. blamef able to come through and
just make sure that the B split can't be coming through without them being spotted, and he's even got an early frag. Lovely shot there from Farlig. Now it is going to be pressure on the B side. They're trying to get back here in time. Config goes down to the bench without a single kill, so that is a bit of a weakness here in the defense of Astralis. But luckily blamef has got here in time. Farlig's AWP also looking towards this way. And remember, the flank from Glaive is still coming through. blamef just needs to delay, and he's doing everything and more. blamef gets a double, Inters and Axel both go down, and it's just Shiro left. A nice shot on blamef, but 10 seconds, a lot more needed here for Shiro. And finally, well, Zipex pushes through Palace. Glaive again alongside of him, but this time Inters is ready for it. Will he anticipate Glaive to be here too? They are being tentative in their approach, and oh, Shiro has seen Glaive, takes him out with the AWP. And now is there an acceleration down into this A site from Palace? If they do go forward, they would have to deal with blamef, and he is good enough to take down Inters. Shiro now fixated upon him, but config seen just enough of Shiro extending around the corner to get the kill onto the Palace AWPer. Now it's just Axel left in a 1 versus 3. His teammates have all crumbled towards the A-sided attack. Axel at least gets an opportunity to bring down Farlig. Config's AWP spotted crossing to the Underwood. Axel's going to try and molly him into the open. Config anticipates that and peeks with the AWP as the nade is in hand. 6 round 3. Hasn't seen much going on. It's this mid-fight. They keep banging their head off the wall in the mid-fight. Oh, nade's going to go searching for the kill, and a homing missile connects onto its target. This play could be effective. Glaive almost caught out, but he turns it round, hits the headshot. This was a full force by for Cloud9. They are going to start to get out through Palace, but another shot lands from Config. Wall, time and time again. Config with another kill. You'd seen him get into these ridiculous positions with it as well. He's pushing onto Tetra's feet. Where's the bomb going to go? Config's going to catch out Hobbit. Where does the bomb commit? Does it try and get up through short? Well, if it does, it has to get through Zipex, and it will do exactly that. Now that Zipex has gone down, a big opening into the B site. Shiro cuts off rotation. Config cannot get back to help out in the B offensive, and it is now going to be the save call for Astralis, likely. But they do have a lot of money, so they could throw something at this, and Shiro's been caught by Farlig. Glaive's pretty close to the B site too. Farlig is starting to move over. It could be Glaive who would have to go in first, though. The bomb is ticking. And now some noise made. I think Axel's attention drawn towards Glaive, but Glaive wins the fight. And now they know where Inters is too. Farlig, you have to go for this. A chance to get back into the site, but Inters, an important round. Through B now, so he'll start getting the information. Oh, he checks Hobbit. He hard clears him, in fact, so Hobbit is down, and Cloud9 committing in towards the A site. A boost to put blamef up to watch the Palace extension. Sees ahead. Crossing down below, that's Axel. It's pushed through towards CT now. blamef doing a bit of damage, sprinkling his opponents down low. Zipex on the quick rotation over has been able to take out Axel upon the push through CT. And Cloud9 just down to 2 players, but at least the bomb is down. They have to try and close this one out. Shiro with an important kill removes Zipex and will maintain control of CT. Inters from default, fights out and catches out Config, putting it just down to Farlig and blamef to try and get back in on this retake. And AWP is difficult to maneuver, so it's blamef that has to do the most of the heavy lifting. Luckily, he's used to that. He's taken out Inters. Shiro is now left at CT. Smoke on towards the defuse. Farlig needs to get onto it now. He's found it. Shiro spray, not connecting. Goes for the knife. He's missing it. And finally, on the final tick, will take away Farlig's life. And Inters looking to try and deal with the attack of Astralis coming his way. Bullets sprinkled into the chest of Glaive. There has one player already dropped into the side. It is blamef, and he's come away with a kill. Config has assisted him, and the smokes down short have allowed them into the site to consolidate control. There was a kid available for Cloud9, and that shot from Hobbit will help out on the retake. Still playing patiently behind this smoke. They try and move in. It's just now fading. Farlig gonna go forwards.
He's looking for the pick for Astralis. He's got it. Axel is down and the pressure is starting to mount here for Cloud9 back into the retake attempt. Again, kid on the back here of Hobbit, but the time, it might not even be a factor here. Astralis looking to play for elimination in the pistol. Hobbit gets in, Shiro assists him, and it's just down to Zipex, stuck up in the apartments. Kit on the back of Hobbit, sticking the defuse.
Here in the upper brackets. Anthony, there he is. Kill on the board.
That's just going to do a whole lot. It takes a lot of pressure off. Not going to be 0 and 17. Not going to be 0 and 18. That's it.
He's going to get back to be in time too. Maybe he can have more impact.
Yeah, maybe he can with the rifle here. Glaive has taken down Inter, so nafny really does need to deliver some impact here. Looks down short. Unfortunately, will get taken out by the rifle. Config makes quick work of him. Shot will land on Axel. He's got over here in the low HP of Config. Gets taken down to the scout. Maybe an opportunity here on Zipex as well. A kill from Hobbit's come through. Glaive is suddenly down. And at the 30-second mark, once again, an equilibrium established on the player count. And now Cloud9 heading into the advantage. Bomb loose. Farlig left on 30 HP. It's hard to see him get out of the apartments here. This is looking good for Cloud9 to pull around out of nowhere. Hops down, Farlig. Tries to signal that he hasn't dropped with the shots covering off the sound. It is down to Hobbit. 8 seconds left. He goes into the open. And he will... Well, Config charging up through short. Might actually get the chance here on Axel. Had an advantage. You felt Config there, but Axel able to handle it. Luckily, the spacing is fantastic between Config and Glaive, who is buddying up with him, but too, so he's really isolated in the A site. He's had enough of just sitting idle. Starts to move forward. Zipex cutting off his teammates. Getting the kill on Shiro. Hobbit under pressure from so many sides. Well distracted. Hobbit looks away and Playmap executes his kill.
Angles.
What can you really hope to do with the weapons you've got here? You've got to hit some unbelievable shots with a scout. One for Axel. He's taken out quickly after Config and Zipex bringing a couple of players down. Shiro has arrived with the AWP, but he has got to deliver some massive shots within the site. Spotted out, dinked up, down to half HP. The flank from Hobbit, not capitalizing onto Farlig. And now it is just Shiro stuck in the site. The bomb is leaving the B-bomb site. It is going back up through the connector. A bit more assertive from Astralis right from the get-go here. And Config rips open nafny. Hobbit looks to try and pull the kill back through Palace. Zipex holding for it. Hobbit goes and checks, but Zipex will bring him down. And now Astralis, they're up 2 players and a missed shot from Shiro.
Just tucks back before Glaive comes in to try and trade him. Axel's got 1 kill of his own.
He gets flashed off the angle. Rendered ineffective. Tosses out the smoke in front of him. Axel doing as much as he can to keep his team in this round. 2 kills to draw it back, but he's down and out. He has to rely on the rest of his squad to get him through this. Shiro hits the deck to Farlig, and now it is just inters between Astralis and a playoff appearance here in Cologne. Inters inside of the connector. It has felt like this has been coming for a long time. On Mirage, it has been a one-way street. Astralis have been dominant. Cloud9 have been absent. And now finally spotting Inters out. Glaive will take to the floor. And just Farlig and Playmap left. Inters comes over the top and Playmap will confirm it.